Well, I'm telling you what, if there's not a do it twice theater, I don't know what you guys are going to do with your time. I'm working on I got this new tripod so I can film. If I'm not holding the camera, it's not bad camera work. But I keep dropping things on it, or I use it, I leave it sitting there, then I get working, and then, I hit it with something and something breaks. And so generally it's one of these legs breaks off. And then I take too much time, and then you have to see me holding the camera. It's terrible. But anyway, I get some of this stuff. They're not paying me, but it's a little JB Weld steel stick. So it's got two different parts, and then you just work it together. Then you fix it. That's a terrible patch job, but if I leave it out here in the sun and it dries pretty good, it'll hold it. And I don't know. They're only like $30, and I've used the heck out of it, and it still is going to work for however long until I smash that foot again. So, you know what? Enough about this. How about we start working on some campers? Are you the kind of guy that finds these really cool lights, and then you put them away for just the right project? Pretty soon, you've already had 10 of just the right projects, and it's 3 years later, and these lights are sitting around because you set them off to the side for a special build. And I'm that guy. I am. And I'm just like, just use them. And that's where I'm at right now, because this is a really cool vintage light. Just with all of that detail. And I'm like, that's going right there. Right there over the kitchen, maybe. Probably. Yes. Then, look at this thing. I'll show you. I got to clean it up, obviously. But I'll show you the base for it. And that's going to sit, hopefully, right here. Right here, sticking out over the bed. Because that thing is so cool. It's got to be early 50s, even maybe 40s. I don't know. Because it's got a lot of ceramic in the pieces. I think I have pieces here. See, this is all ceramic. So it's old. I'm not an expert on lights, obviously. So we are doing some silver and aluminum accents. So I did sand, prime, and paint. And then this, painted white because there's white in this globe and there's white in this globe. Instead of just putting it all silver and letting it disappear. And now that will go under there. Which it is a kitchen light already, just not out of this camper. So that's what I'm thinking for lights. And I'm also going to put just these standard 12-inch LED bars. I'm going to put one in here. And I do that pretty often in the potty closet. Just sneak it in somewhere around here. It'll be out of the way. And we're going to have the AC come in here anyway. So we've got a spare outlet so we can plug that LED light in. Will not interfere with the AC. This guy right here will, I don't know. Probably, I may put him under here because I think it's important to have some really good light right here for your desk when you're working. You don't want to be annoyed by a low level light situation. So I may do that right here instead of going vintage. And those will be all of the lights. So we'll have a light here. I'm still in negotiations to find a light there. Light there. Light there. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Wait, where does that one? Does it go here? What was I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I lost my train. I know that one is going there. Now, maybe that white one should go here because that's going to have a full bulb on it. And then that other silver, big silver, should go here. I think that's right. That's right. That leaves that white one out, but the white one could go right here. That might be the idea. All right, we're talking through it. Man, I know it was last episode and everything, but I'm still in love with this chair. What a great job on that chair. And, I mean, look at that. They fold up into nothing. All right, and you've seen that. Let's move on. Well, pals, look at that. Every day in the shop. I've been starting real early, except Saturday morning is my grocery day. So I start at 7:45 instead of 7. But that's okay. It's okay. Hurley's hanging in there. He's monitoring my fluids and my sodium. So make sure that I am hydrated. He couldn't care less. Anyway, here is the cabinet. You can't see it. I'm about to take it apart and then, well, undo all of this because this is the face. Remember, I try my very best to put no staples in the face. I don't mind on the side. That's okay, but not in the face. So it will go right here next to the door. And then here is what the customer wanted, a bench. She said, there's nowhere just to sit. I just want to sit. There's where she's going to sit. I brought this up here like that. Thought that was a kind of a good idea because coming right up to here is that cabinet. Coming right up to here is the bed. So you're not going to see either end. So I thought this will make that disappear. She wanted the retro Betty here. She wanted the retro Betty here. And I'm waiting on a roll of retro Betty. Say that is 5 times fast. Right there. And that should be here in another week. I have to save that for last, I guess. So today, pretty productive day for the heat. I've got, 4.5 hours in anyway. I got to at least get another hour and a half to... That's great camera work. Let's just stare right here at this. At least put something cool on there. So I got to get another hour and a half so I can get my 6. If I get 6 in a row every day over these next 13 days, I will be finished with this camper if the 110 hours stick. And they seem to be okay. So I'm going to router this and get it ready to put up. It's a hot one. Even HR says time to go in. Tongues are dragging. Yeah, I put a little putty on the side there. Got everything else routed out. A little more glue up there, make it hang tight. We went ahead with 3 cabinets there. So we're gonna come back tomorrow, sand the whole thing down. Even though it's been shellacked once, we're gonna sand it and re-shellac it so that it all matches after the putty. I went ahead because I didn't want to waste any time. I went ahead and I mounted. I think that looks great right there because the bed's right here. And I really, really, really like that. I mean, it was bronze before, but it was just dirty. That silver just pops, and I like it a lot. Then, right there, kitchen light, that'll be over the counter. And I like that there with that white stripe, all the detail and the silver. And I put that little guy right there. Just kind of an extra, like a night light, or I don't know. When you leave, you could leave that light on. You come right in from the door. There it is. So I like that there. I'll mount this one at a later date that is not this date. Same with this one. But those will be all the lights I'll put in this, those 5. That'll be it for in here. That's a lot of lights, really. You put them all on at the same time and it's going to run you out. So I got to make that pretty. Put it in on the other side of that bench. Then I will finish building the bed. And essentially all I've got to do is install but I'm waiting for the countertop Wilson art. But I have to install the microwave, the refrigerator, or the AC, and make cabinet doors. And the interior's just about done. I mean, we got a wire, knickknacks and paddywhacks, but boy, is this looking good. I mean, it's just, this squared off thing is just hitting the angles just the way I like them. All right, I can tell I'm heat stroking here because I'm just talking. All right, I'll catch you in the morning when I'm in my right mind. What? You don't amber shellac your toilet? What are you, some kind of animal? There's a high-class operation here. We amber shellac. I hope from now on you will as well. Gonna build a shelf to go on the back end over the bed. Got everything set up. You're like, well, yeah, you got it set up. You left us behind. Oh, you don't know the half of it. Let me just say right here, I'm sorry. Anyway, I started doing a little electrical. Then I'm like, well, why don't I install the AC? Why don't I just start making some cabinet doors and getting those installed? Why don't I just put the microwave and the refrigerator in while I'm leaving everybody behind? What a jerk. I'm so sorry that you deal with people like me. You probably have to on a daily basis. You don't need to come here and put up with the same thing. But look at this. Tell me the truth. Does this not look super cool? I love that cabinet. I do. Man, I really like it. Just, it hit me, man. I'm like, man, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. If I do say so myself. Now, here's the problem. Sometimes, this is a small camper. And customers oftentimes want to put things in here that did not come from the factory. And the factory did not think about a microwave, a giant refrigerator, and an AC. They did not think of those. They didn't think of putting a desk in here. They didn't think of putting a seat right there. So, or I don't even think they had a static bed. It's probably a gaucho. I don't know. But they didn't think of that. And so we're trying to reinvent the camper as we do this. And so sometimes you're going to have to give up something to get something. And so I say that to say this. It's a small door. And our refrigerator does stick out a touch. Now, the door will come out a little bit further when we put the door frame in. So we're talking about an inch. But, it's not that bad. I can walk straight in without moving my hips sideways. So, I think that's pretty good. So, to get your giant refrigerator that matches your beautiful microwave, you're going to have to give up an inch of space, which you'll never notice it after the first 15 times you walk in. I still really like that detail on that light. I've been using these poles lately. Just a classic look. Just classy. Nothing to really draw your eye away from anything else, and they match real well. These are the keep closed, or they have a name for them, but these hinges that you see, that little piece of plastic, it keeps them closed, so you don't have to put like a catch in here that'll keep it closed. These will stay closed. So where I go from here, I'm waiting. I decided to put a cup holder here. I've got to build that cup holder, and I'm waiting on the actual cup holder to come in, and then I'll build a little cabinet around it. You won't see it. You won't see this. This you will see, and then I'll trim that out. Then I'm going to go in here. Well, actually, two things are going to get done today. If it doesn't, it's supposed to be 110 today with the heat. So I'm going to try to, while it's real early now, I'm going to try to get the box in, get it wired. I've already wired this, that, and that. And then I ran one all the way under. Here, look at that. You like that? Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? So that's going to be the outside outlet. So that's all going to be on a run. So that's done. Then I will run one up here, run into here, and then there'll be one up through here to catch these guys, and an outlet right there. I think we'll be sitting pretty at that point. That's what I want to try to get done today. Sorry I left you behind. Oh, what a jerk. I got this plywood yesterday so that I can get started on the countertop. And then I'm about done with the interior. At that point, my goodness. Moving right along. And I still love that. It's nice. All right. I got to go to work.